welcome this part of our worshiping song. Welcome those who have come prayer and song. This is where children belong. Jeremiah, seeing you walking up here, I'm reminded that next Sunday, I'm not happy. Next Sunday is Jeremiah's last Sunday with us here. Jeremiah is moving to California the following week, and I am not happy. Jeremiah, you have been here since day one? Huh? Since birth. And so we are going to have just a little celebration for Jeremiah after church next Sunday, a little cake and a little goodbye to Jeremiah for what he has meant to our congregation and to the kids' church. And actually next Sunday too is the 5th Sunday, so we're going to stay in here. We'll have our little setup over here. We'll be in here. So just a little side note, when I saw Jeremiah walking up, I realized I don't get to see him walk up here much longer. So come help us celebrate Jeremiah next Sunday after church. In the meantime, I want to show you my new beach towel I got. That's my beach towel. I bought it for me because it's like, I love the colors. It's like the prettiest beach towel, and it's super soft. And I just love my beach towel. And I took the time to fold it really nice. And I'm just gonna maybe display it. Do you think I should just keep it displayed? Oh, I shouldn't? What would I use a beach towel for?
To dry yourself up.
Oh, to dry, oh, really? Oh my word, but then it would get all, see, that's what would happen
Then you can wash
now it's all
then you can
unfolded.
Well, you can fold it again.
But look at how pretty it was. Like,
Well,
I
you
had
can
it nice.
You can wash it and fold it again.
I don't know, I thought it looked really nice how it was. I thought about,
Well, you can make it nice again.
I could make it nice again, really? Okay, I will consider that. I mean, I kind of was just gonna sit it out and just look at it and have nobody touch it, but clearly that didn't work. You're touching it. Okay, I will consider refolding it back up. And it kind of reminds me of our scripture story. We're gonna hear a scripture story upstairs, and they're gonna hear it down here too, about a really big storm that happened. There was a storm last night too, there was. This storm, imagine last night if there was that storm and you were on a boat on Lake Michigan in the middle of the night. So imagine if would that boat be really still and calm?
No. It'd go woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. It might tip. You would probably not feel so great about a storm if you were in the middle of Lake Michigan and it would feel woo, and you might feel kind of stormy inside. That kind of happens to me sometimes. Sometimes there's storms in my life. Jeremiah might be feeling a little stormy inside about the changes that are happening in his life. And sometimes I get this feeling. Sometimes it makes me not sleep, or I feel, I get nervous about things. There's storms in my life. Well, in this scripture story, there's this storm. The disciples, Jesus' students, right? They're all like that nice perfect folded towel. Everything was perfect and looked nice and was very presentable. And they get on this boat, and this massive storm shows up, and they become unfolded. They turn into that right there. Yeah, that's all wrinkly and messy, and their brains are just panicking. And Jesus is on this boat with them, and they're like, oh my word, what are we gonna do? Help, help, help. And Jesus just calms the storm very peacefully, and they kind of get themselves folded back up into a nice, neat towel. And when those storms happen in my life, which they do, they happen to all our lives, don't they? Because we're human, and if we're human, storms are coming, storms are happening. It is a part of being a human being. When those storms happen, I have to remember that God is with me. It's like he's on the boat with me. He's in the storm with me. And I can call out to him, and he can help kind of fold me back up like the nice towel. He can kind of fold me back up so that I can take a breath. And he's walking with me, and he's never leaving me alone, and I can be cared for by him. Now, I'm going to say something that might make you uncomfortable. Grown-ups, this might make you a little uncomfortable, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm a person of little faith. I know. Sometimes I am. Sometimes, like, I am startled by the smallest little thunder crack. I'm a person of little faith. Sometimes I don't know if God is with me in the storm. I question those things. Am I the only one that sometimes questions if God's in the storm with me? Please tell me I'm not the only one. I see some head shaking, so I am not the only one that questions if God is in the storm with me. I sometimes question it. Sometimes I have little faith. But it does say that even the faith, the smallest amount of faith, can move a mountain. Even the tiniest amount of faith that I have, God will move mountains with me. So even when I question and doubt, oh, I don't know if God will be with me in this storm, and I don't know if he's going to calm any storms. I have no idea. Even my littlest, tiniest faith, my little, tiniest faith can move mountains. And I can trust that God is with me, and he's going to fold me back up like that nice little towel and walk with me in the storms. And so we're going to go upstairs. We're going to talk a little bit more about this big storm that happened while they continue down here.